Hey, welcome back to D-Loney V8 Motorsports. We're going to do the big reveal here. So those will be good to go. Want to see something funny? Look. Yeah, there's nothing holding that up. That's how stiff these frames are. And probably an indication of how unlevel the concrete is. But anyway, yeah. Wait for it. We didn't get an engine yet. That deal fell through. So I had a line on an engine in California, pretty rowdy small block, and just didn't work out. Couldn't come together. And so I'm saving myself a trip to Cali in the wintertime. That's probably not the best thing. It would have been fun to go down there and, see the sun and the beaches. Anyway, so we're going to stick to the plan, the original plan. So plan A, that's going to be these AFR heads on this old 400 block. We had this block cleaned and magnafluxed, so we know the block's good. It's going to need to be bored for sure. And so the theory is we're going to look for a rotating assembly and we're going to build this 400. I don't know if it's going to be a 406, a 408, 421, maybe a 434. So we're going to try to build this thing up. It's going to have a forged crank, forged pistons. Going to try to do probably Eagle parts in this thing because we want it to rev. And these heads, so these are AFR 1094 Eliminator competition heads. They're 195 cc heads, but they've been ported. And so I'm going to get these heads sent out. There's one cylinder on an exhaust port that has a pinhole in it. And so we're going to get the heads repaired, cleaned, and assembled. And those should be good to go. The heads should be good. They came with springs and everything, so should be solid on all that. And they're very good heads. And so they should make plenty of power as soon as we get a bottom end together to hold it. So I wanted to shout out, so one of the pieces to the puzzle is these things. These are the mounts that go on the frame, and this thing had a V6 in it before, so the mounts are totally different in it. Brian Mooers hooked us up. George Burns put the feelers out. He has a great network for sourcing parts. These are off of a Chevelle. They'll bolt right on this thing and they will hold a small block motor mount. So thanks Brian for hooking us up with these. I did get them cleaned up, by the way. So they need to be painted still. Anyway, speaking of that, the paint process, we're gonna paint the firewall, the frame, the A-arms, probably the fender wells and core support. This thing's gonna look really good under the hood. And so I'm gonna drag my buddy George Burns up here to do that. He's volunteered, and so we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Thought I'd give you guys a quick look at these AFR heads. So there is the intake ports, again, factory 195 cc, but they have been ported pretty well, maybe too well. So this is the exhaust port, and there is the pinhole. And so that's what we're going to get fixed, and they'll get cleaned up and inspected and assembled. And so should be a really nice cylinder head for this combination. Pretty much whatever we build on the bottom end, it's going to love these cylinder heads. So the theory is it'll be a roller cam. I'm not sure if it'll be hydraulic or solid. I want it to rev. And so, old school, that's usually means a solid cam, but the hydraulic rollers are pretty good now, and you can avoid a lot of valve adjustments. So anyway, not sure where we'll end up with that. And again, not sure on the cubic inches for this thing, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be rowdy, and it's going to be a stick car. So that makes it 80% cooler. Give you guys another look at these frame mounts. So there is the stock V6 mounts. Here's the new ones. You can see that small block V8 is going to sit further forward in the frame. I mean, it's a longer engine, right? It's got 4 cylinders on each side instead of 3. So anyway, so those will be good to go. Want to see something funny? Look. Yeah, there's nothing holding that up. That's how stiff these frames are. And probably an indication of how unlevel the concrete is. But anyway, yeah, so that is the front of this thing. It's actually pretty well stripped of grease, and so it's looking pretty good. The firewall still needs a lot of work, so I need to get on that, sand it, solvent, lacquer thinner, whatever, get that all cleaned up. That's the plan. When you got George Burns coaching you, he's got certain standards. And so I'm gonna be scrubbing and cleaning the steering mechanism on this thing, including the steering box. And that'll all get painted a charcoal gray. If you ever crawl under one of the cars George has done, he likes black frame and charcoal gray accessories so that it's not just a sea of black under the car. They all look really good. I can't argue with him, and so I need to get on it and clean this stuff up. A V8 and a stick shift, and we're gonna leave it ugly just like it is with the center lines on it. 400 cubic inch small block. We're gonna tear this thing apart. We're gonna go through it and we're gonna stick it in this thing with a 4-speed. That's the plan. We do plan to put a small block in this car and also picked up a Lakewood scatter shield. Thanks to DHR Motorsports. I've got a lot of comments about putting a Chevy engine in a Buick. I am a Buick fan. I am a big block Buick fan. I've had a couple different big block Buicks and loved them, drag raced them, but I need something that'll spin some RPMs. I want to put a stick in this car and I need something that'll live at or above 7,000 RPM. So that's why it's going to get a small block Chevy. I don't have unlimited budget. I'm sure you can make a Buick live and rev, but not on the cheap. So a little bit of progress on the Buick, a little bit of a change in the road here. I was kind of hoping for the turnkey motor. I'm really anxious to get this thing on the road. It's gonna have bugs to work out. We don't even have a transmission yet, and so there's a lot of little pieces still to get this thing together. But just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Hope your winter is going well. Coming up on Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Thanks for watching.